Tony. I think everybody was shocked when we found out that these two actually got married. I know, like, there's a lot of things we will do in order to pay our bills, but I never thought the relationship between Toni and Birdman was genuine. I just knew that he was just willing to go broke behind her. It just never fit. And so apparently in August of last year in 2024, they had a secret wedding. Finally got married in secret, even though everything else was public. And then she went and tried to annul the marriage 2 weeks later because she realized she had stuff.
Man, I've got to admit, this is one of those rare moments where I actually agree with Tasha K on something. Because seriously, this relationship between Toni Braxton and Birdman makes absolutely no sense. Like, come on. Toni Braxton, the R&B icon herself, got married to Birdman only to file for divorce 2 days later. What kind of whirlwind drama is that? Toni's a whole legend with a legacy to protect, and now she's caught up in this messy situation that feels beneath her. Meanwhile, Birdman seems completely thrown off. He's been dragging his feet on marrying her for over 6 years, keeping things pending while Toni sat back, cool and patient, waiting for the green light. But when it finally came time to seal the deal, Toni played it smart. She locked it down and allegedly secured herself a nice payout from Birdman's estimated $160 million fortune. That's no small bag. I bet he didn't expect that twist, especially considering the history he's got with money issues and how folks still talk about what happened with Lil Wayne's cash. Now everyone's asking the same question. What on earth made Toni pull the plug so fast after finally saying I do? See, these two go way back, almost 20 years, and they've always called each other friends. But let's be real. After 2 decades of being that close, it's hard to believe there wasn't more going on behind the scenes. The chemistry was way too strong to be just friends. Before we dive deeper into this wild story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Over 90% of the people watching Fame Drop aren't subscribed, so don't miss out on the next big celebrity bombshell.
You know, me and him have been friends for 16 years.
I know you had a song like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
too,
we've
right?
been like besties for a long time.
People always say that. But
No, this is real. Like, no cross the line.
Besties, like you always kept in touch and you always talked.
We would keep in touch. He would come see me when I had my plays. When I had my baby shower, he would come. Like, we were really friends.
Enjoying the video so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to Fame Drop so you're here for the next one. Toni swore up and down that nothing ever happened between her and Birdman before they officially started dating. No lines crossed, no secret flings, nothing like that. Okay, cool, let's roll with that. But then suddenly, whispers started floating around everywhere and people were shocked. See, Birdman is known for keeping his personal life locked up tighter than a vault. So when folks started saying that he and Toni were actually dating back in 2016, everyone's jaws dropped. Then came even crazier talk that they might have eloped in 2017. Can you imagine the headlines? Of course, both of them shut it all down quick. Toni said, "Nope, that's not true." Birdman denied it too. According to them, they were just hanging out, keeping things cool, cute, and chill, like two friends who just happened to have major star power and undeniable chemistry. But fans weren't buying it for a second. They could feel something real brewing behind all that calm talk.
What's happening with you? You was at the awards last night?
Yeah, I was out there
working.
doing my thizzle.
And you were with Toni, which kind of felt like some sort of announcement.
I wouldn't look at it as an announcement. Not for me, on my behalf. You know, I just wanted to come. Me and T just went to the awards, check it out. So, what's the big deal?
It is a big deal. You know why it's a big deal? Because it's Birdman and Toni Braxton. And also because we don't see you like in a relationship. We talked about this last time when
I've always been off the radar because I think me personally, I always felt your personal life don't have nothing to do with conflict with your entertainment life.
But then came the juicy twist. A blind item started making its way around the internet, hinting that Toni and Birdman were way more than just friends. The gossip piece spilled some serious tea, saying, this former A-list aging singer, who comes from a famous singing family, dumped her longtime boyfriend because she had to take care of her family and pay off her massive debt. So instead of chasing love, she said she sold herself to the highest bidder, and that bidder is a man living on borrowed time, with enemies coming for him. Now, if that doesn't sound exactly like Toni Braxton, I don't know what does. It lines up perfectly. Remember, Toni filed for bankruptcy not once, but twice, the second time back in 2010, after she was forced to cancel her Las Vegas residency while battling lupus. That illness hit her hard, and she's been open about how it drained her emotionally and financially. On top of that, Toni's always been the rock for her family. Her sisters even admitted they leaned on her financially, expecting her to foot the bills. That's a heavy load for one person to carry. And when Toni spoke about Birdman, it made sense why she felt such peace being with him. She said, "It's comforting to have someone tell you it's okay to be ill and that you don't have to be Wonder Woman all the time." Those words hit deep. Living with lupus is exhausting, and she admitted that with Birdman, she didn't have to fake being strong when she was falling apart inside. Toni even confessed, "I've always had issues dating because I was ashamed to have lupus and thought no one would want to care for a woman like me. But with him, I felt comfortable. I could throw on a little hat or scully, swipe on some lipstick and mascara, and still feel beautiful. I could finally just let my hair down, and it felt amazing. It's touching, raw, and real. But also, it adds a whole new layer to this messy story."
People don't know, 2016, November, when I was on tour, October, I was really sick. I don't mean kind of sick. I mean like really,
From the
really
lupus?
sick.
Or
Yeah, I had a
from-
really
okay.
bad flare, and I was on tour. And every day I was on tour, he was there with me. If he left out, he would come back.
And this was before anybody knew you
we
guys
weren't
were
anything.
even,
It was
like-
buddies. It was
Right.
nothing. Not even a day. He was my friend. He was there. I don't know if
he
you ever...
already loved you.
He's there every day taking care of you.
But you know, he really was there every day. My buddy, my friend. To you, all right? You good? I'm cheering good. You know, he was just there as my friend. Like cheering, I'm cheering good. Big Mama good. He was there every day for the shows. And on my off days, he would go and take care of his business, but he would follow me on the bus and just make sure I was okay. And I don't know if you've ever been really, really sick in your life and you feel kind of hopeless and you got somebody who's a friend that's there. That's kind of, it
means
just
a
made
lot.
me see him differently.
It really seemed like Birdman was all in on Toni too, because when he finally popped the question, he went big, like $1 million ring big. The moment she said yes, Toni proudly posted a picture of the two of them, and that diamond was impossible to miss. It was shining like a spotlight. You could literally see that rock from across the room. Birdman reportedly dropped around $1 million on that engagement ring, proving he wasn't playing around when it came to Toni. And he didn't stop there. He even went on the Wendy Williams show, smiling from ear to ear and saying Toni was his family. That's serious talk coming from a man who usually keeps things private. It looked like love had finally won this time, or so everyone thought. But hang tight, because the twist that came next shocked everybody. By the way, if you're still watching and loving this drama, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about Birdman and Toni. Were they the real deal or just for show?
Well, T, that's my girl, my friend, my family.
Do you have sex?
That's my love, my soldier, my life. She my everything, and I trust
Because you
her.
bought her a Bentley truck.
Yes,
So the implication is that's your girlfriend.
she my life. I love her to death.
Birdman once said straight up, "She my life. I love her." That's deep. So if the love was that strong, why didn't these two just go ahead and tie the knot already? It's the question everyone kept asking. Toni herself sounded genuinely excited about the idea of walking down the aisle again. She told Wendy Williams that she was ready for her second shot at love, and for a moment, it really seemed like things were lining up perfectly. But then, boom, here comes the family drama. Toni admitted that they had almost locked in a wedding date, but chaos from within her circle completely threw everything off. It's like every time they tried to move forward, something or someone pulled them right back into the mess. Love might have been real, but peace? Nowhere in sight.
There's no date. We almost had a date. Well, we had 2 dates, but we were doing Braxton Family Values and we were going through a little drama. And I was like, okay, the wedding is a good thing to get all of us sisters together.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get us all together. And I said, the wedding's not a good reason because it's messing up my relationship a little bit. He's like, come on, Michelle, set a date. I know.
That's what he calls you?
He calls me Michelle. Doesn't call me Toni at all. That's my middle name, Toni Michelle.
They kept pushing that wedding date further and further back until it completely disappeared from the table. What's wild is that Birdman was actually serious about tying the knot this time. If it had been up to him, it would have gone down right then and there. But everything got messy when Toni revealed she'd lost her $1 million engagement ring. And get this, she said it was stolen after she left it inside her luggage on a plane. Now, we don't know how real that story is, but not long after, both Toni and Birdman announced that they were officially going their separate ways. Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. Then came the confusion. People started whispering that the two might have actually already been married and just kept it low-key. But Toni shut that rumor down quick, saying loud and clear that she and Birdman were never officially married. After the breakup, Toni posted a picture of herself in a fiery red dress with the caption, "Starting a new chapter isn't always an easy choice, but always choose to be chosen." That line had everyone's eyebrows raised. Like, was she throwing shade or sending a message to someone specific? And while she tried to keep it classy and make the split seem peaceful behind the scenes, it was chaos. Word started spreading that Toni wasn't the only woman in Birdman's world. Allegedly, he'd been involved with Kimora Lee long before Toni even entered the picture. And get this, he was still funding her lifestyle while he was supposed to be with Toni. That's a whole mess. Birdman even went public praising Kimora, calling her the love of his life and saying he was thankful for everything she'd done for him. Wait, hold up. So Kimora's the love of his life, but Toni's his family and soldier? That's two different stories, and it doesn't sound good for either of them. That tension between the women was said to be one of the biggest problems in Toni and Birdman's relationship, even after they reunited on stage during Toni's Atlanta show. But here's where it gets crazier. Kimora was reportedly still around. Sources said she had Birdman at her beck and call, and the only reason she didn't date him publicly was because she thought he wasn't a good look for her, especially in her high-end fashion circle. So when Toni and Birdman finally decided to get married last year, guess what? Birdman was still allegedly running behind Kimora. And the drama didn't stop there. Word on the street says that on the actual day of the wedding, Birdman showed up late, then left early. He claimed he had to help someone with something, and that someone allegedly turned out to be Kimora Lee. He didn't even apologize to Toni for leaving his own wedding early. Seriously? At that point, everyone was wondering what Toni, a whole living legend, was doing caught up in this mess. She's a powerhouse, not someone who needs to be playing games with a man who can't even stay at his wedding. But Toni clearly had a plan. She stuck around long enough to secure that bag, then made her exit the smart way. She filed for divorce, plain and simple. Allegedly, Toni and Birdman signed the papers using only their initials, TB and BW, and cited that their marriage was irretrievably broken. They both wanted to keep the details quiet, and neither has confirmed nor denied the split publicly. But actions speak louder than words. Neither of them has been seen wearing a wedding band lately, and both have completely wiped photos of each other from their social media. That's how you know it's done for real. When the news dropped, the internet went wild. People couldn't believe that Toni Braxton, the icon herself, had gone through all that with Birdman. Sure, she might have walked away with a fat paycheck, but fans are still side-eyeing the whole situation. Toni Braxton and Birdman as a couple, that'll forever be one of the most unexpected, outlandish, and baffling moments in celebrity relationship history. Like seriously, Toni Braxton, the legend, filing for divorce just 2 weeks after marrying Birdman? That's unreal. But hey, she made her move and walked away shining. What do you think about their relationship? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like, and hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss what Fame Drops got coming next. There are 2 videos on your screen right now, so make sure to check them out and subscribe too.